mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds.
Here we go.
Keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I
Do it.
close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today.
Give that thumbs up.
Party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights.
Started.
Thinking I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Thumbs up.
We got a party for a lifetime. Oh, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Hold on, thinking I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you are well out there in YouTube land. How's all my pearls doing? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in days. Good to see you all. I was live yesterday. I've just been a little under the weather the last couple days. I'm trying to get it back. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Hope everyone is good. I can't stand my can being there. Looks a little junky. Hope everyone is well. We've got some things to talk about. Christopher, I want to show you guys something. Christopher.
Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Grace!
Oh, Chris! Christopher! Oh, Christopher! That's my new thing. That was on one of the groups, and I think I busted a lung laughing so hard. So it's now Christopher. Oh, Chris. So we got that. That's going to be real fun. Uh, I'm telling you, the internet is it is too much sometimes. It really is. The things that goes through people's minds does sound fancy. He's like, oh, he's like, but Chris doesn't like to sound fancy or anything. He doesn't like anything that I didn't know this until Christopher, but there is male food and there is female food. So he considers, oh, we're going over it, illusionist. We are. He considers um like tofu a female food, right? And all of that. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. But last night, oh, illusionist, me too. Me too. I hope you feel better, honey. It's not fun. It's not fun. Christopher, are you here? Sushi, salmon, yes, anything like that. Christopher. Come on, Christopher. Come on down. Come on. You got my number. Call. What's it? I got your number and I'll call and I'll follow the thing in the mall. That's an old song. Okay, here we go. So last night, Christopher and Caitlin were on Cream Bees. I gotta stop. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much, Reiki, for gifting one membership. Thank you so much. Let's give Reiki a big thank you. If you received that membership, please thank our beloved Reiki here. Um, you look good in pearls thanks to Reiki. We are having a members live tomorrow, by the way. Maybe he likes chicken livers. I don't know. Don't know. But last night, Christopher and Caitlin were on Queen Bee's channel very late. And Katie seems like she's in good spirits. Joking and just, chilling out. They did I thought there were pros and cons in the interview. It wasn't really an interview per se. It was just like a chill out session, more or less. But Katie, they talked a lot about Sebastian, and I enjoyed that. I really did. I enjoyed hearing about Sebastian, but I also don't understand how she made it sound like he was in the same room, like he wasn't missing. It was a little weird, if you ask me. Um, it just felt like last night I got the feeling I'm like, does she know where? I mean, like, does she have him in a place that we just don't know? Because she didn't sound heartbroken at all, in my opinion. Did not sound heartbroken at all. I mean, what did you guys think? From what I heard, it sounded weird. Yes, it just did. It just like, oh yeah. And I will say the good thing is that they do not talk about him in past tense. Christopher and Katie do not talk about him in past tense. If Katie talking, it's awkward and disconnected. Charlie and Terry are, but they are not sitting in the cars and not searching. That is not true. That is not true. Uh, I don't know who Charlie. I don't really know Charlie, but I can tell you Terry works her ass off. She works her ass off, and that is absolutely a fact. I don't know how she goes as much as she goes. So we're gonna go over some of it, like she knows he's gone and is. Yes, it's very weird. It's very weird. Um, we're going to give so credit goes to Queen Bee. Link is in the description, and credit goes to Queen Bee. I feel like they do too, Shannon. I really do. I absolutely feel like they know where he's at. I just don't see how they don't, in my opinion. I don't, just to be real with you. I don't understand it. How could they not know where this little 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers told me, why should I run? I've done nothing wrong. Well, you've we'll agree to disagree on that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, it's kind of a playbook with these people. It's
3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And God knows
Been
there's other
taunted
cases that are
and
20
fucking-
years.
Taunted for 3 years straight. I mean, I talked to the grandmother, and it's awful the shit they've been through.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think legislation has not caught up to social media. Most of your representatives don't even know how to use an email, let alone understanding social media, Facebook. I mean, you had people asking if TikTok was an online platform. Do you need to go online during their review of TikTok?
Let me find Katie.
Without differences of opinions and without being able to have an agreement to disagree or disagree to agree, either way.
Agree to disagree. Yeah.
It sucks. I mean, if you don't have that, then life is going to be very boring. And nobody's going to be able to see things from a different perspective because they're always going to believe that only their views are right.
Well, that's humanity. Everyone thinks that their views are right? That the way they see things, the way their group sees things, are the only correct way. And most humans do think that way. That goes for religion, just any way as a group goes.
Might not like you. I think that's.
Let me find Katie here.
Through with
I mean,
Where she's
Pulled over there in the easement, and Nancy Drew
Yeah.
was the lady driving by and blowing the horn and all.
you're not nicer than me. Yeah, that's why he's doing it. I don't think you're going to get an honest conversation from that guy. You might as well talk to a chair or a piece of wood. You might get an answer from that before you do with that guy. The guy.
Well, I don't like giving up on people right away. I don't. I had great parents growing up.
Christopher.
I am from a split household, so I've had the pleasures and the privileges of having multiple parents and multiple families. And a lot of people don't understand that, but if you are from a split home, you'll understand it.
Yep.
But I don't necessarily like giving up on people right away. I give them a chance. You got to give them a chance because what they may have done in the past may not necessarily depict who they truly are in the future.
I mean, see, Chris, it sounds nice, but I think he's given up on, where are we at? 5 or 6 wives now? 5 or 6 wives. I don't think he gave Sebastian a fair shake, the way it sounds, in my opinion.
Some people may have bad days,
Mm.
Now, I mean, of course, here he's going to be absolutely fine because they don't ask, they, these people, they don't, they don't ask the hard questions or anything. They take his word for what it is, and it's what they do.
Yeah. Well, you're not nicer than me.
I
You're a lot
really
nicer than
commend
me.
you. I commend you for having that attitude, especially with everything, all of the rumor, the gossip, the innuendo, and the twisting and turning that's happened as a direct result to your son's case. And I commend you for having that attitude, Chris, because that's very hard to keep. As a creator that's been out here for a number of years, I forget about having that attitude.
Well, I mean, I heard you guys, so I've been listening for a little while. I'll just put that out there. Somebody, you guys brought up that they had the camera in the field over there in the easement, and Nancy Drew was the lady driving by and blowing the horn and all this. If it makes them happy, it makes them feel like they're getting somewhere. Sure, go on ahead.
Makes them feel like they're getting somewhere. Okay.
At the end of the day, what they have to deal with is eventually they're going to get a noise ordinance complaint from somebody. You mentioned constantly video streaming me, stalking me. But I'm going to tell you now, that's very boring. Very, very boring, because there's not much to watch. You see my truck, you see my trailer. I go to work, I come back, go in my trailer. Ooh.
Chris is saying that his life is, they're mistaking his acting for what we know. Yeah, I agree with that. They just don't seem they don't seem worried at all. Like, they do not seem worried at all. They I think Katie probably had some adult beverages in her last night. She did speak up, and she did talk a little bit about Sebastian, but it's so weird. It's I don't know how they don't know where he is. Like, I would be very, very shocked, because they, specifically Katie, you look at Seth and you see worry, right? You see pain, you see crying, right? You see frustration. And last night you did not see any of that from Katie at all, or Chris, but particularly Katie on this.
Exciting life. Look out, everyone.
Right, and you do it the opposite schedule as everybody else.
Yeah.
I do now, but before I was on days. Now I'm on nights. And it's okay.
Oh. Sometimes you clean your truck too. I mean, that might be a thing too.
I mean, woo, got a bath.
So if he's working nights now, last night was what, Thursday? Was it Thursday or Friday? What is today? You text me. He couldn't have been working last night. Katie needed to. Did you hear the latest statement Chris Proudfoot made, Josh, saying Katie needs to be a big girl and move on from her missing son? That speaks volumes. Now, I have not heard Chris say that, but if he has said that she needs to move on, that's really fucked up. It's like really fucked up. is someone who lives in the campgrounds areas and drives by to keep an eye on them. Yeah. Well, I've got a source that watches. Does anyone know if Katie, or sorry, Seth really, not shit, Chris really say that? If he said that, that's really
Today,
messed
look
up.
out.
Yeah, I find it just, the problem with me with that is, it's like these people are, it's just stalking behavior, man. It's like you have a right to some privacy, and you're not a criminal. You're not someone that's even being investigated. There's nothing to it, and these people are not cops or anything. And how I see it is like, Katie's a victim, you're a victim, you're trying to find your son, and these people are just really, they're wasting their efforts. They could be going out there helping organize searches.
I haven't heard that either, but it was in someone just sent it to me, and I was like,
they could be trying to raise money for billboards, but they're wasting their efforts and wasting people's efforts into just looking at innocent people and harassing innocent people. That's what I have a problem with. It's you know what I mean? I feel like it's a complete waste of actual effort and time that could have been more productive into something else.
It is, and it isn't. It is, depends on how you want to look at it. It can go both ways. And here's why I say that. Do I agree what they're doing is correct? No, I don't. Not at all. I'm not condoning it. However, what it is doing, though, is it does keep Sebastian's situation, not Sebastian's name, the situation in the forefront.
well, it's all gotten crazy. It's all gotten absolutely crazy. Sebastian was an obstacle to their perfect little stupid life of pretending. It's very possible. I honestly don't think Chris wanted Sebastian around. That's my opinion. I don't think he wanted Sebastian. I think Sebastian was a trigger for him.
It's not necessarily allowing the case to go completely cold, but yes, a lot of people have pulled back from what I've heard. A lot of the drama, they've said it's a lot of mental stress, honestly. And I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm begging, and I encourage people to please take the drama away. Cool. But just don't forget that it is a 15-year-old autistic child that we are all looking for. He's our son. He is, for Sumner County, he's almost like a Sumner County child of the whole county.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Isn't the brightest? I don't know. They make it out like a perfect home. Well, I mean, I don't think it was a perfect home. I mean, I think Katie probably substituted. Can y'all hear that? The music in the background. I'm trying to use it for fair use to make sure everybody can hear it. It's weird. Okay. Should have let Seth have his son earlier. I just think someone snapped. I think someone snapped. And that is what happened. I don't know. Why haven't they found him? If this kid, Sebastian Rogers, got away in the middle of the night, right? If he got away in the middle of the night, how have they not found him? How have they not found him? I mean, they've searched miles out. Miles, and they still have not found him. With the best technology. Searchers on the ground. Right? And how could if he gotten away? Hey PG, how are you, darling? Good to see you. How could they have? Hey Daily, how could they? How could he have gotten away that far out without shoes on, socks on, even if he had socks on, or house shoes on, or whatever? Nothing. I just don't see it, guys. I just
I
don't.
mean, everybody
Mhm.
is gone to love him and want to know him and more interested. I mean, it's a deep thing. I just don't want to see it turn into a completely cold case, or like where some of these people go out here and when they start talking about a new case and then they go, yeah, well, that's kind of like the Sebastian Rogers and the Summer Wells and then the rest of the.
What we are about 3 weeks away from Summer Wells being disappeared for 3 years. 3 years. And I pray to God that this case is not like Summer Wells. But the way that it's going right now,
You know,
So that's your
It's
greatest.
afraid.
That's like your greatest fear, that it becomes a cold case, and you
Very afraid of
basically
them
that's.
too.
yeah.
And and basically, it sounds like you're kind of you're willing to sacrifice your privacy and all these things just to keep this case going, so people can talk about it, so it keeps it to the forefront. Well,
I'll tell everybody this: you want to come after me, you come after me. You leave everybody else alone.
Mhm.
You come after me all you want.
Well, I don't think it's about Chris now. Right now, I think we need to know about Katie. Katie, you were the last one to see him. You know more about your son, about that evening, than anybody else does. Chris needs to stop talking, acting like he was there if he really wasn't.
But you leave
Time
everybody
for you
else
to
alone.
pipe up.
That's the only request that I have. If you need somebody to berate, belittle, blast, whatever, I'll be your man. Throw your darts, whatever you want to do.
Christopher says he's going to be the man. Christopher.
Christopher! Oh, Chris! Oh, Chris! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Chris! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Chris! Chris!
Did you see the what are they, the little Yorkies, the little Morkies, the little attack Morkies that he wrestled, and like the gators that they were, how they attacked him.
Dude.
Come on.
Because at the
They
end of
didn't
the
do that
day,
to you, Chris.
I know the truth. Law enforcement knows the truth. Katie and Seth know the truth. And I really don't.
Awesome. Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much, my love, for becoming a member. I appreciate you, my dear. Let's give Claire a round of applause. Thank you, Claire, for becoming a member. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much, my love. All right. Let's roll. Oh, we got another. Yay, Sarah. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate it. Welcome. Pearls look amazing on Claire and Sarah. Thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's roll. Wrong one. There we go. Okay, here we go.
owe anybody anything other than my wife, my kids, and my family, and the good man upstairs. That's the only people I owe anything to.
Blue coffee everywhere.
Exactly. It's not right that during your darkest hour, you're thrust into the public spotlight. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not just. There's no part of it that says that it's okay to do.
One of your comments, somebody asked about contacting truck stops. Yes, we have reached out to the
Dana K to the office, please. Dana K to the office. She gets a pink slip for being late. Dana K to the office, please. Thank you. Just kidding, Dana. Good to see you, honey. Thank you for being
loves
here.
the
I want to
pilots, the
find
flight,
Katie. Hold on.
and
There's really no right or wrong other than
folks.
Let me find
Correct.
Katie.
You're absolutely.
If you want to know my information, I can find your information just as quick and easy.
1 second.
But the only difference between you and I is I don't need to make $1 from you. I don't need to make $1.
Oh,
1
how's she
second.
doing with that?
Do something that
She like freaks me out.
I get you, Chris.
I don't know. It's one of those things people will never understand unless they're in the situation. And
She freaks me
I
out.
don't ever,
y'all.
ever recommend people or wish this on anybody either. I
Mhm.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, Dana.
Yeah, as a parent, I can't imagine what you guys are going through, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, Lottie.
Yeah. Well,
Not-
hopefully this lets more people know that. Yeah. Well,
Katie just freaked me out
She-
last night.
Can she do some actual good without having to do all the things that somewhere that you don't know?
Here we
Put a
go.
lot of assumptions on.
She's talking.
Support you and Katie. Like, there's a lot of people here that
No, you're fine. I just said right now I'm hoping it's gonna work on finding Bubba.
Me too.
This is where she starts
For the
talking.
record, I'm the only one that really calls him Bubba.
Aw,
I think that's cute.
aw, yeah,
Oh, the sweetest.
we love it.
All right. This is when she starts piping up. Her voice changes so. And for the record, I'm the only one that calls him Bubba. That's what she sounds like. It's weird.
His little sweet tea, what was it?
Green
The green
tea.
tea video. Yeah,
Oh, green tea.
yeah.
He said, "Hey, mama," and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be good. Hold on." And I pulled out my phone, and he went, "Green tea," and then I stopped recording. But right after that, he was like, he just thought he was the funniest person on planet Earth. I mean, he was doubled over laughing at himself. And I
Cute.
wish I'd have kept recording, but he did. No shit, y'all. He bent over laughing because he thought he was just.
I like
so
that one of
funny.
him. That little.
Cute.
So
I tell you what though, man, he'll get a one-liner in there every once in a while,
Oh, he gets
and you
good
just
ones.
kind of like, really? Where'd you pull that out of?
Like, did you, dude, that was a good one.
That doesn't sound like he's missing. It's like he's sitting there in the room with them.
And they come out of nowhere too when you're not expecting it, and you just like lose your place, and you're like, did you just verbally kick my ass?
I don't know. I mean, she might have been drinking. I would say probably. I would say probably she was. I mean, I think she probably was. I think she's. I don't know. It's so bizarre to me. Like I don't even know what to say because it's so bizarre. I've just never seen parents, specifically a mother, right? Your child has been missing 90 days. literally 90 days. And they're saying they got nothing. Now, you're this happy and they got nothing? Are you, why are you happy they got nothing?
That's cute.
Yeah, he seems like he has a big personality for such a young, for such a young guy, such a young kid.
He does
Yeah.
have a lot of personality. I mean, he's got that teenage attitude going on where he's all over the place. So one minute
Oh,
he's
yeah.
angry, and next minute he's laughing and joking, and the next minute he's like, "I'm going to my room."
Now, she's saying how Sebastian, how one minute he's playing and he's, up in her face, and like when he eats something, he's like, being, and then, being silly. But then he's like, I'm going to my room. See, that sounds just like a typical 15-year-old boy, right? Typical 15-year-old boy. And I swear something happened. I feel like something happened in that house.
What are you
Somebody
doing,
snapped.
Wilson?
I'm telling you. I feel it, guys.
No.
My opinion.
Sweet
But
baby too.
he's still young at heart too, like mentally he's young. He still likes to play with his Legos, and he likes.
Hey, I'll play with Legos. Watch out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Right.
I like Legos too, though. So
Well, he has I think it's called Marble Run. It's where you can build. It's like a puzzle, but you build like little tracks, and it's got marbles, and they race down the tracks. It's super fun. But that's been one of his latest things that he'd been playing
Yes.
with. Was he was all
Yes, Jillian. This is her only child, and he is gone. Not only gone, but has no idea where he is or who he is with. This is not normal behavior. This is a resemblance of Sebastian. She knows he's gone, in my opinion. Yes. I'm actually to think that mentally Sebastian was actually more mature than Katie. Like, for fuck's sake, is she acting 12? Yes. Yes, she
about
is.
making his marble runs.
That's pretty cool. I was just
That's
gonna ask
really
what was his favorite thing to do. What was his favorite, his favorite toy, his favorite game?
Well, everybody in the world knows his favorite video game, Minecraft. But I don't know. He loves to play Mario Kart. He's got all the Mario games, Mario 8, Mario, all the Mario.
I think all the kids have all the Mario games. Right. But
Mario racing games. I can't remember all of them. The Superstars. Every time he hears of a new Mario game coming out, he's like, I gotta have that one.
I haven't, really heard him. Now, Chris did say, keep his name out there.
And we sit up with we've even got the little
Katie doesn't really even seem
like wheels, the racing
concerned with it.
Steering wheel.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That you put the little switch controller in and turn it into a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets serious. He'll be like, "You're going down."
That's too funny.
Well, the worst part is he kicks my butt half the time in it too.
So that's it, Mom. You're going down,
Mm-hmm.
kicking your butt.
Well, it's like the
I mean, no grief. Yes, boy, there's a difference, isn't there, Shannon? Such a difference. in Brandy versus Katie. My God. Michael has been gone 3 years. 3 years. And Brandy sobs every single day. Still yet to this day. Sebastian's been missing 90 days, 3 months, and she's just partying like a rock star.
Picture with him in front of the big trophy. That was a thing that we took him to for his birthday, and we let him pick his team. And I'll be darned if they didn't win.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
I bet he was
Wow.
super stoked with that.
Well, it's one of those game show experience things. So you go in and it's like you're on a game show because he loves watching game shows on the Game Show Network. He's
Oh, fun.
obsessed with Family
Get
Feud.
after my own heart.
Mhm. Loves Family Feud. Hell, he
Doesn't
watches
sound
Wheel
like
of
it, does it,
Fortune with
G?
me. You don't never guess the puzzles. But trying to remember the name of the other one that he likes watching. It's the one with
There's nothing here. I mean, there's nothing that this mom is doing that sounds like there's any grief in her voice at all.
the whammies.
Press your luck.
Press your
Yeah.
luck.
Break the
Press
luck.
your
Yeah.
luck. He likes
Yeah.
that one too.
Big
Oh,
bucks,
man,
big
James
bucks,
called it
big
obscene.
bucks. No
That used
whammy.
to be one of my favorites.
He sits in here. No whammies.
What's his favorite color?
Green.
Green.
Green. What was his
Green
favorite?
through and
what-
through. No questions asked.
What's his favorite subject in school?
Math.
Oh, that kind of depends. There's some days he's like math, some days PE.
Oh,
Yeah, it depends on what
that's
they're
a
doing.
good
in
choice.
PE.
I mean, Sebastian, he took regular classes. A lot of people thinks like he was in a program, but he was still in normal everyday classes, and he was just given a little bit more time to finish his work. But the classes were
It
same
depends
as
on
you and I would
it
take.
depends on if he got to do what he wanted
As a
to do
kid.
that day or not.
Yeah, there you go.
So what about The Price is Right? Did he like watching that?
No, he didn't really watch that one very much. Family Feud is his favorite. That's his number one go-to.
Favorite food?
Oh God. Ooh.
Sushi.
Well, I was gonna say sushi, but tofu is a good contender.
No, he'll prefer
But
sushi.
plain tofu, not fried tofu.
Plain tofu. I actually like to hear this right here where they talk about how Sebastian first started liking tofu and all that. Katie says Bubba is a thing off Forrest Gump. Really? Hope the investigators are watching all this. Oh, they absolutely are. Of course they are. Yeah. Chris, tell how you made fun of him eating tofu and sushi. He certainly did. Hey Lulu, how are you, darling? She got the fat. It's so fake. Eulogy sounds like it remembering good things. I don't know, y'all, but
Food.
Steamed.
Like steamed, no sauce.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. It
that's
must
odd
be
for a kid.
for him.
Just plain tofu, warmed up.
3 months.
Eat it all day long. But sushi, I'd have to say is probably his number one favorite. But tofu's up there with it.
Okay, I gotta ask, who got him started on the tofu?
Oh,
So,
This was it right here.
I
Listen to
don't
this.
even know how he got turned on that one. What was it?
he got turned on tofu because we went to it was either a pho or a Thai restaurant. And we went to have, this was in California.
No.
Katie and I went and had, I think it was curry. And
They don't eat anything even remotely.
yeah,
spicy.
anything spicy, he just like, oh God, no. Pepper is like eating habanero pepper to him. I mean, that's how sensitive he is.
Sound like he liked very almost tasteless food. You know, like tofu, it doesn't really have a taste. If you've ever eaten tofu, it just doesn't really have much of a taste, especially if it's just boiled. And some people like that, but he doesn't like anything like spicy or anything like that.
He didn't like anything on the menu. And she was like, well, I have tofu. And he was like, tofu? And she was like, yeah. So she brought him a piece of it fried and a piece of it steamed for him to try. And he bit in the fried one and he was like, ugh. But when she let him have the piece of that steamed, I don't think he could get it in his mouth fast enough. And that included the entire cube. It was ridiculous. But ever since then, he's been strung on tofu.
Oh my goodness, that is such a
what?
great
All it takes is a kid to try it one time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hope they like something. You know what I mean? They'll try it once and be like loving it.
Oh yeah, he loves fish.
I think that's is that rare for a 15-year-old to go to a restaurant and pick out fish? Like, is that more of a rare thing? I've never seen a 15-year-old go to a restaurant and pick out fish. I loved fish as a kid. I think it's more of a rare thing like anything on the menu and you pick fish. I don't know. I can't do fish. Just can't do it. I like crab, shrimp, and lobster, and hush puppies, and that is as seafood as I get. Hey Jude says they are still low-key insulting Sebastian. Autistic cousin mostly lived on fish in his limited palate days. Oh, really? Yep. Hush puppies is about that's about as food as I get.
If you offer the kid fish or steak, it's fish every time. No questions asked.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing because that's good for
Hey,
you
you?
too, you know?
He eats pretty healthy. He likes his vegetables. He loves the little sweet peppers and bell peppers, and he eats
Oh, that's good for him then.
like squash and zucchini. I mean, Brussels sprouts. Oh my God. Every single time we go to the store, Mom, will you make Brussels sprouts?
Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
That's awesome. It's really hard to get kids to eat like that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
What's worse is I'm sitting here cutting them up, trying to prep them to cook them, and he's eating them raw fast as I can cut them.
What's his favorite junk food?
Anything chocolate?
Anything with sugar in it. Nutella.
I was gonna say probably cookies, Nutella, chocolate, something. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
Yeah, like as a
Chocolate
kid,
malt,
I like
extra
fish
malt.
sticks. I think I ate the fish sticks as a kid, but that's about all I.
Oh, I heard that story on Clues the other night. Tell that story, Chris. That's
So, him and my stepdad went out, and they wound up going to Culver's. I don't know if y'all have Culver's out there. It's like a burger joint, and they have shakes and malts and things like that. Well, my stepdad always had malts growing up as a kid, and
I didn't like. I knew what malt, like Whoppers. I knew what like malt was, but I didn't know you could put it in like ice cream or anything like that. Like
they ordered it, and Sebastian
James.
didn't know what it was, and my stepdad ordered him one, and he got it, and oh my god! Anytime we go to Culver's, can I get a malt? Extra malt? Chocolate extra malt? It's like, good lord, kid. And I mean, he is a malt fanatic. He loves them.
Katie,
Yum.
did you know that you can buy just that malted milk powder in the grocery store?
They probably were having malts are better than shakes. Is it, Poppy? I think, we've been asking a lot about, Katie, get out and speak, and maybe this is why she got up and started speaking like this. But it's good that you're speaking, but you're not speaking really so much on your son. What happened?
Store.
I
It's
have
going to be,
it.
you have it?
Yeah, I make him milkshakes at home sometimes.
Mhm.
Oh man, sometimes I'll do that. I'll put a little scoop of that in my chocolate milk.
I got you a better one.
I quit buying Nesquik because the last time I got Nesquik powder, he just ate it with a spoon.
He did that. He did that with the malt powder.
Dude, you can't
It's
do
good.
that.
I don't blame him. It's good. Just
I mean, it is, but dang
Yum.
on, like straight to the spoon, just no milk, just ate it. I went to bed one night. I woke up the next morning, and I was like, "What the hell? Why is this container empty? What are you doing?"
It's great.
Little turkey went out there and ate that chocolate.
And I was muted. Sorry. Is Lip Lock in here? God bless her. I was over on her channel this morning, and she was muted for half her life. She was muted for half of her live. I was rolling. We were like, look at your chat, look at your chat, look at your chat. She was muted literally half of her life. Whew. I thought you were in deep thought. No. Yeah, we call them fish fingers in Sydney, Australia. My brother and I did that also. The Nesquik and Hershey sauce. Yes. Like, you remember growing up, for those of us that are old enough, like the Nesquik square, like the tins of Nesquik. Remember? And it had like the little round top on it. Like Nesquik and Hershey syrup. Like that was in everybody's home. Like everybody's home. So that.
Oh no, he's done a couple of good ones where like so he knows like my rule is if you empty the jar, just throw it away. I don't care, throw it away.
And then tell us we need more.
Yeah, no. This knucklehead decided one night to eat everything out of the jar, put the lid back on it, set it back in the cabinet, put the spoon in the sink, and then he goes to bed. Gets up and you find it and you're like, hey, why did you eat it? I didn't. Yeah, and the chocolate is all over his face. Like, you forget to wipe your face.
Busted.
Sounds like Sebastian got up of the night and would make himself to the kitchen. Nosy, where have you been? I have not seen you in ages. Are you okay? I was wondering about you. And do you think they laughed? Probably not. Probably not. They never have nothing good to say about this poor baby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like when they talk about him. Well, I just don't understand it. I mean, it's okay to relive the memories and all that, but it's just a little weird how Katie seems gleeful. Like, there's just nothing about being proactive. So they don't do any searching, right? They don't search. They don't pass out flyers that I have seen. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have had some pictures taking of them passing out flyers. So this would be a time for them to be proactive in helping speak about the disappearance of Sebastian. And there's none of that. There's none of that. And this is the only time that they have, because they don't go out and search. Even though Katie is not working, Chris supposedly is. How about the hard questions to Katie? No, she ain't gonna accept that. She ain't gonna accept that.
Man, like, yeah. Watch you.
Dude, you're allowed to get a snack, but don't eat all the sugar in the world. You already can't sleep.
I thought that was interesting. Dude, you're allowed to get a snack. Hold on, let's listen to that.
One night to eat everything out of the jar, put the lid back on it, set it back in the cabinet, put the spoon in the sink, and then he goes to bed. Gets up and you find it and you're like, hey, why did you eat it? I didn't. Yeah, and the milk, the
Why did you eat? I didn't. Yeah, and the
chocolate
milk.
is all over his face. Like, you forget to wipe
The chocolate is all over his face.
Busted.
man, like, yeah. Watch you.
Dude, you're
Let's listen
allowed
to
to get a snack.
Busted, man. Like, yeah. Dude, you're allowed to get a snack.
But don't eat all the sugar in the world.
But don't eat all the sugar in the world.
You already can't sleep.
You already can't sleep. You're allowed to eat. You already can't sleep. That's what I took out of the two of this. So was he in trouble for lying to Chris? Well, he lied. Chris said he lied because he forgot a belt. So he got...
Sounds like a typical teenager.
Or something.
Sounds like a typical teenage boy thing to do.
Oh,
All day long. Like, make yourself a peanut butter and jelly with, like half a teaspoon of peanut butter and 5 tablespoons of jelly.
Jelly coming out all 4 sides on the bread.
Mm-hmm. Then again, he loves peanut butter too, so.
Like,
He's Swiss cheese. Good luck.
that makes me wonder, if he could not sleep and he was taking, right, PG, and he was not taking that and he was taking that medicine. Trust me, he had to sleep with that medicine they gave him. Had to sleep, because that stuff will knock a grown person out, right? Like, it is for someone who has the same condition as what Sebastian has, and that will take it at night and go to sleep. It's way more potent than what's the other antipsychotic, that Seroquel. It's way more strong than regular Seroquel.
Lord, Swiss cheese. The child likes Swiss cheese.
Ugh.
Every single time we go to the store, Mom, can I get some Swiss?
Can I get some Swiss?
The only one that eats Swiss cheese.
Like, yeah, but you're responsible for eating it, right? And like, not just any Swiss, like baby Swiss and lacy Swiss, like the worst, stinkier Swiss. And then he likes to come over near me and be like, and wave it near my face. I'm like, bleh.
Oh. I wonder if that's why he liked to go to the kitchen, if that's what made him hungry. I didn't know that made you hungry. Maybe why he was in the kitchen all that time.
Yeah.
I love it. He tortures with cheese.
Yes.
And he likes hay.
Yes. I'm a grown adult, and Seroquel is very strong for me, and it is much stronger than Seroquel. Much stronger.
But he wants the Virginia brand ham, so we got to go to the deli counter and get his Virginia brand ham.
See, mine they like pineapple ham. That's bad. Gemini, you're up here with us. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Hanging in there, chit chatting. What's up?
Now, this guy who came up,
I'm just minding my business while not minding my business.
I hated that he came up because he actually killed the vibe. Like, there was a vibe, and this guy came up and he just killed the vibe. So it was a little weird for a little bit. So I'm just gonna
Has any of y'all personally experienced?
fast forward it.
I think that's a very valuable lesson.
It's funny how, like, when you sit back and think about little things like that,
Here we go.
like it's a life lesson over some stupid cheese that stinks.
Hold on.
People are allowed.
We've got the parents that have a missing child, and we were able to completely get lost for half hour, 45 minutes, and just sit and have a conversation and provide exactly what we had in that moment.
Hey, Holly. Hold on 1 second.
And back to our regularly scheduled programming. Sorry about the interruption. Hey, Katie, let's talk about the fancy Alpine lace cheese.
Right here it is.
I am
The life
totally
lesson
not
of
a
the
fan
cheese.
of it. It smells but you know what? When it melts, oh man, you can melt that over some ham and
So they got to talking about food again. Sebastian, like the stinkiest Swiss cheese possible, according to Katie.
make a panini. Oh, Grandma loves a good panini.
I'll be right back.
Agree to disagree. I don't like Swiss at all. But like I told Sebastian, people are allowed to have different flavors. People are allowed to like different things. And if he likes it, more power to him. I support him liking something I don't like. I think that's a valuable lesson.
Now Katie's going to give us a lesson on stinky cheese and a valuable lesson, she says.
I think that's a very valuable lesson.
It's funny how, like, when you sit back and think about little things like that, like it's a life lesson over some stupid cheese that stinks.
Over a stupid cheese that stinks.
But
But
you know, I just, who loves that stupid cheese? I still have it in the fridge.
Well, favorite cereal?
Different every time we buy a box.
Anything with sugar.
I tell you guys, I don't get it. This is one that is just for the books. For the books. I mean, nothing. She's got nothing other than laughter, and it feels like there's no concern about Sebastian. No concern. Why they're going through Sebastian daily menu. What is this? I don't think I'd find it funny in moments like this. I'd be freaking crying with those memories. There's nothing that's, I mean, nobody's saying that you have, that you need to be ho-hum 24/7, but I don't see how a normal parent couldn't be,
Well, he was
Right.
on Lucky. He was on
really
Lucky
upset
Charms pretty
all
hard
the
for a
time.
while.
No, he was on Reese's Pieces.
Well, that was the next
Oh,
thing I was
yeah.
gonna say, and then he went on Reese's Pieces for a while.
Don't see how they
He was
didn't.
on that s'mores cereal for a little while. He went on a kick for that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually kind of really good.
We can look at the Deception Detective. He has talked on Chris and KD quite a bit. I love this Deception Detective very much, and help me out here. I love Peter Hyatt and Pat Brown.
Occasionally he'll eat
Those are my three
frosted
favorites.
mini wheats, so that's kind of cool.
Or even Raisin
Yeah.
Bran, but he got off Raisin Bran. I don't know what happened. Like one day he just decided he didn't like raisins anymore.
well, raisins can be deceptive. Have you ever thought you were getting a chocolate chip cookie and it turns out to be an oatmeal raisin? Ugh, deceptive.
Yep.
Yep, there you
Yeah.
go. Super heartbreaking in that right there.
Yes, isn't it though? Isn't it? Like
I don't
we've all
know.
had that
If that
disappointment.
thing, I don't know if it's ooey and gooey, and then you got a bowl of ice cream to put with it. I don't know. I can
Oh.
get down. I can get behind that.
I don't
Okay.
know. His favorite drink ever is just milk. But
Milk?
he loves the Martinelli's apple juice, specifically the Martinelli's in the glass bottle, not the
Yes,
plastic ones, Mom.
He wants a grenade. He's got to have a grenade.
That glass grenade, yes, it's the
Yep.
glass shaped
He
with
don't
the
want
apple.
the plastic
Yes.
ones. Don't buy him the plastic ones. He has to have it in glass because he's bougie like that.
Boy, I
We
wish
went
they could
to-
give us this much information about the night he went missing and the conversations you had with him that night. That would have been great, Katie. How about the conversations you had with him during the day? How about the conversations you had with him during the night? That would have been great. That's what we want to hear. What kind of snack did he eat when he got home? What kind of conversation? Can you see my comments? I better be able to see your comments, Tar. Tar heel for life. We see you. She talks like Sebastian is a big pain. It's very strange. It's very strange. Why can't you just tell us the night he went missing? Tell us what happened then. They talk about Sebastian as if he was the problem. And one, they're glad he's gone. And Katie said, quote, we had to buy him Virginia ham. Had meaning she knows she won't have to buy it anymore. And she is glad. Interesting, PG. Very interesting. Nosy. Good to see you. All show boating liars. Yeah. She's so vague in other interviews. Yes. Yes, drop whistle while you lurks channel, please. Just got to 1,000. So thank you for that. Serenity, thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Serenity says she talks all likes and dislikes, but I don't think really any memories. That's a good point. That's a good point. They talk like they are just loving life. Lots of giggles, huh? Lots of giggles. It's a little weird if you ask me. It's just a little weird, I'm telling you guys. It feels a little weird. Lots of food. Right? Lots of food.
He needs some milk. He needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Right. Need some milk with those cookies, honey. She was given an ultimatum and she chose that piece of over her son. I wonder about that myself, Tracy. I wonder about that myself. I think there was a split up for a little bit, you know. You work, I'll be up here. Let's just take some time. And something happened. And Katie, I really feel like you know where your son is. I'm not gonna lie.
When we were, I think it was Costco, when we were in there, and I was like, "Oh, Bubba, they got your apple juice," and he said, "Well, hold on," and he went over and tapped on it. And he said, "That's not the right one, Mom. I don't even want that." Okay.
It tastes different in the glass bottle than it does the plastic bottle. I get it.
It does taste different in the glass versus the plastic, but still,
It's
let's
just
learn
like a
about
Coke. I don't care
Sebastian.
who you are. You got Coke in a can and a bottle and a glass bottle and a fountain drink. And by far, the ones in the glass bottles and then the fountain drinks and then a canned Coke and then you got plastic bottles.
Oh no.
But if it's a canned Coke in a cooler full of ice, a canned Coke on ice, that is almost as good as a glass bottle of Coke.
I don't know. Well, actually, look, you prefer the American or the Mexican?
I actually like Mexican Coca-Cola much better than I
the
like
Mexican
American
Coca-Cola because they use real cane
Yes,
sugar
it's
instead of
sugar.
that. But like hats, he likes hats, but he can't stand wearing them.
Okay.
So he tries, but he only manages to wear them for like a few minutes, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm done. Get it off me."
Would he prefer like sweats over jeans? Or shorts over pants?
He likes shorts over pants, but once he gets transitioned into pants, so like in the fall, once the weather turns and it's no longer acceptable short weather, once he gets used to wearing pants, it's not a problem. He wears them every day without a question. But it's the transition.
So he He didn't walk. I mean, this kid did not walk out barefooted. Why the fuck would he walk out barefooted? Let's be real. Can we be real for a moment? Why would he walk out barefooted when there is shoes next to the door? There is shoes next to the door. That's a good question. I see you. Speaking of girlfriend, who is the lady Chris on the registration of the 2014 truck? She's very pretty. She's a very pretty lady. Boys here wear shorts still in the wintertime. Yeah, a lot of boys, doesn't matter. They want shorts. You think Sebastian, as you know, you think he's going to walk out with no shoes? How far is he going to go, guys? How far is this child going to go without shoes on, even if there's socks on? How far? Because I don't care if it's not raining. If you're on the East Coast during the winter time and your feet touches the ground, even if it's not raining, it is damp. The ground is wet all winter long. It is damp all winter long on the East Coast. If you put your feet on the ground with no socks or socks, it's just going to be, your feet are going to be cold, damp, and how far are you going to walk? You going to walk through the woods? Well, EquiSearch said they could barely get through the woods. They could barely get through the woods. Yes, please dress up your words. If you have a curse word or any other words, dress them up. We'll get what you're saying still. You might make it 20 feet. You think he's going to go across the yard, down the street, down the, in the yard, through the woods where there's sticks, briars, rocks? No, he's not going to. Exactly, Lisa. Shoes or not. No. To the kitchen. Mom carried him to the car, in my opinion.
So like when the weather starts getting warm, he'll start when he can start wearing shorts again, and then that's all he wants to wear, if that makes sense.
Just another troll said, I'm the same with makeup. I love collecting it, but I hate wearing it.
So for him, it's
well, you know what? I got the same thing with money. I love collecting it, but I hate spending it.
I agree.
Agreed, right?
No, for him, I don't necessarily think he had like a significant preference of pants over shorts so much as it was whatever he's accustomed to wearing.
Right.
So like once he transitions into pants, he gets used to just throwing pants on every day, and he doesn't try to wear shorts. Vice versa. Like even at night, like, so it goes fluid. So like he'll wear sleek pants when he's, in the wearing pants phase. And then when we transition back to shorts, he actually starts wearing shorts to bed too, like his pajama shorts.
Hold on.
Agreed, right?
No, for him, I don't necessarily think he had like a significant preference of pants over shorts so much as it was whatever he's accustomed to wearing.
Right.
So like once he transitions into pants, he gets used to just throwing pants on every.
he transitions into pants. He gets used to just throwing pants on
day, and he doesn't try to wear shorts.
every day, and he doesn't try to wear shorts.
Vice versa. Like even at night, like so it
Like even at night.
it goes fluid. So like he'll wear sleek pants when he's
So like he'll wear sleek pants,
in the wearing pants phase, and then
when he's, in the wearing pants phase. And
when we
then
transition back to shorts, he actually
when he transitions back to
starts wearing
shorts,
shorts to
he actually starts wearing
bed too,
shorts
like his pajama shorts
to bed too, like his
and stuff.
pajama
So he
shorts
tends to be
and stuff. Well, so pajama shorts. So did he wear pajama pants? I don't understand. Just can't remember what he's wearing.
be reasonably consistent.
Nice. Did you guys do like very structured routine like that? Like, did it like the structured routine in life, or could you just go by the seat of your pants and he would be cool to go along with the ride, or was it one of those that you have to prepare? I know changing gears can be hard.
Mixed answer on that. So overall, yes, he does much better when he is on a regular routine. And
well, everyone does better on a routine. Or
so like for getting up at about the same time every day and having the same routine to get up and get ready to get out the door, and nighttime routine, taking medicine, taking shower, getting ready for bed, same thing in the morning, getting up, brush your chair,
but she didn't. But the evening Sebastian went missing, she never said anything about him getting to wear or him taking a bath, brushing his teeth, nothing like that. What it was, he was used to wearing, keywords was, meaning, again, she knows what happened and he is not returning, in my opinion. Yep. Chris and Katie only go to YouTube channels that back them. Yeah, they don't. They actually don't go to places that ask them hard questions.
Put your clothes
anymore.
on, make your bed.
Not at all. Nope.
Take your medicine, get your backpack. Are you hungry? Do you want to take food for lunch, or do you want school lunch? That type of thing. And then, he leaves at the same time every day. But at the same time, it's like after school, once, if we've got to go to the store, it's not a huge problem if it's all of a sudden like, oh no, we need to run to the grocery store, so
no,
he's easily able to do that for the most part. So yes, he's able to just like go run some errands and things like that. But he's also, for the most part, we try to keep him on a regular routine so that he functions better.
I mean, I don't see how he went to bed at 9 o'clock. 15-year-old going to bed at 9 o'clock. Take his medicine. Well, she never says that she gave him a bath. She never said that she gave him medicine. She said he went to bed she told him to go to bed at 9 o'clock. He comes out and says, "Good night, Mom. Good night, puppies." And then goes back to his bedroom at 10 o'clock. She is adapting very much so. I see you very much so. And at 10 o'clock, she hears Sebastian. First time, in the beginning, she never says anything. And then she says she heard him just piddling around in there. And then she heard him in there, and she says, "Don't care what you're doing in there, but go to sleep." And then she heard a thud. This is adapting, very much so adapting.
If you have sporadic bedtimes and everything, then he starts having more, difficulty with being on track and on task and everything, or he'll, he doesn't really sleep very well.
Right.
So his sleep routine has never been specific, but it's, it's downtime, it's quiet time, it's, you remove the stimulus, screen time shuts off at the same time every day so that you have that, decompression time.
All right. So what time did you take his screen time away that night, Katie? These are all things that we want to know. What time did you take his screen time away? Did he have a shower? Did he have a bath? Did he have a snack? Right? If he did go in there at 9 o'clock and you heard him at 10 o'clock, right? He would have had to have gotten up after midnight, after you went to bed, and you're saying that he was awake between sometimes after midnight, or did he go to bed at all?
And we have the the night lights and the little fidgets for the self-stimming and everything, because that's you can't make them just
Doesn't
do
like
nothing.
going out,
But it's it's turning off all the screens and okay, we're gonna be quiet. I understand you're not necessarily going to sleep, but you're gonna lay in the bed and relax.
I saw a couple of people asking about
She didn't
what
say.
temperatures that he likes. Is he a cold person? Is he a warm person?
But she's probably a warm.
Like, I'm hot-blooded.
He prefers to be inside. And the inside stays pretty consistent.
He is a total inside person. And you're saying that this kid 90 days ago, the end of February 2024, February 25th, 2024, just decides to walk out of the house barefooted, but you're saying that he prefers to be inside. He doesn't like to be outside. Can you imagine being shoeless? And it's funny to her, yes.
And
But
that's
I will say,
that's cool.
he absolutely loves going swimming. So I mean, he loves the summer because he can get out and he can go swimming.
Oh, water,
and, we can do more stuff.
Yep.
We did a lot more of it when we were in California. We used to go hiking a lot.
Make it make sense.
They have I know they have it here, but they have waterfalls and beach hiking.
I mean, make it make sense. Please dress up your swear words, y'all. Please, please, please. Yeah. Why? The math ain't mathing. Let's giggle to make it maybe believable. I ain't believing it still.
And everything out there that we used to go to. And he really enjoyed that. But then again, he also really loves going outside and building and having snow fights. When we had that rain, or not rain, but the frozen snow, when it was too cold to even make a snowman.
Thumbs up.
Oh,
y'all,
and
please,
around Thanksgiving time.
We were still outside throwing,
Snowballs.
ice at each other. He was trying his best to make snowballs, but it wound up just being throwing handfuls of fluff across the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it
Yes.
snowed on me today.
He for the most part, though, he likes being inside. He's the kind of kid that would rather play video games and be inside hanging out than outside playing football. But he does like going out, and he likes playgrounds, and he loves like the
I think Sebastian would be scared going out late by himself at night, not knowing what is around there, not being comfortable, right? Not being comfortable. I don't think he is going to do that. And she makes it very, very clear. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It takes less than 1 second to hit that thumbs up button. Please and please, please, please. Chris and Kitty seem to just want to be celebrities. What the fuck? Hey Miranda, how are you, honey? He prefers outside, but loved hiking and snowball fights, just like Summer was always cold, then she was always hot. Yep.
trampoline places and running.
Whatever helps the story at the time, right? Is what they say. The narrative.
And yes, he does like to read Minecraft books.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
So we go to Barnes and Noble every so often, and he picks out books. And the only ones that he has genuinely showed interest in and even read more than once, they have Minecraft novels. And
Are you kidding me?
I am not. They're actually thick. They're a couple hundred pages. And I bought them all.
Oh, well, they're not, because they're not interested in pleading on the networks. Not interested. Chris has went back to work. Katie is doing nothing during the day, not searching or anything that I'm aware of. So, what's it about?
All the ones that we could find, and he loves them.
So they're chapter Minecraft books.
Actual storybooks.
Ooh, all right. I got a little guy in my world that likes those, so
I didn't even know they made those.
I had no idea.
Look up at Barnes and Noble. I think one of them is called Voyage or Voyager. I'm not sure. I'd have to.
I don't know, but she just makes it sound like he's just somewhere. You know what I mean? Just somewhere that she knows where he's at. Doesn't seem like he is missing. Doesn't sound like he's even deceased, the way that she is speaking. And to be honest with you, if he got out by himself, by this point, them not finding him anywhere around, he would be more likely statistically deceased than not, if he got out on his own.
I just wrote it down, so I'll find it. Thank you, Katie.
Miss Always Right Ryan, good to see you, my love. Thank you so much for being here. I thought he had to be careful because of his head water on the brain. So why is he going to trampoline parks and whatnot? Interesting. That's a good point. Very good point. I mean, I think Sebastian was more like his peers than not like his peers personally. But that's interesting because, if he did have that pocket of water on the side of his head, then obviously a trampoline would not be very good for something to happen. Serenity, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. I thought he said he was working nights, but he had time to go on all these creators at night. I wondered that too. He said he switched, and he's working nights now. I mean, is he running a crane, uh talking to Katie on panel, talking about Sebastian all at the same time? Who knows? Who knows if he's even at work? These people are changing their stories so much. They're
You're
adapting.
welcome. He likes Barnes and Noble because there's Starbucks in there too.
Ew, double
Yeah,
whammy. Get the
the
books in
freaking
the Starbucks.
stupid cake pops.
Oh, those are
Oh,
my daughter's favorite.
Every single time we're near a Starbucks, Mom, can we get a cake pop?
never.
Mom, can we get a cake pop? Anna says, I disagree, Justin. I think she is talking like he is deceased. She is talking memories and thinking he did in the past. Nothing about the important details of being missing. She's definitely not talking about him being missing at all. Um, I don't know. What's a cake pop? It's just like a lollipop stick, but it's got like a little round cake thing on it. But the way, like, I get she's talking memories, but she's uh talking, like, in my opinion, like, he could be sitting beside of her. Um and let me tell you something. Even if, you know, if he is, if we learn, and we have no evidence of this at this point, but I just wanted to say, if we learn in the future that she's talking like this while she's knowing that something happened to Sebastian, it comes out, then in my opinion, she would be like full blown psychopath.com.
Fails.
Both the
I
kids love them to death. I'm like, for the cost of one of those cake pops, I can buy a cake mix and make y'all a dozen cake pops.
Not the same though, Mom.
It's
No,
not
those
the same. It
they're not.
doesn't have the face.
Those Starbucks cake pops, like I don't know what they put in them, crack something. Like they are so good.
He's
Red
very
number 7.
particular. He's very, very particular.
What kind of cake pop would he choose?
All of them.
All of them.
Right, any of them.
But you wouldn't do that without making a big deal and having him call the family to brag because you cooked. The only interview where with idiot going nowhere YouTubers, the kind who will never touch Turtle Island. LOL. Why are people surprised? How many abortions did she have? Children are disposable to her. Justin, I still talk about my dad that way, and he has been gone for 12 years. I don't know. Can you imagine? Holy wow. She should be committed, Justin, if that's right, in my opinion. I know. Something is, it's weird either way. It's weird either way because there's been no sense of where's my son. There's been no sense of urgency. There's been no sense of sadness. There has been no sense of help me. I'm a mother looking for my child. Right? So that's, a problem, in my opinion.
Them doesn't matter any
It
of
don't matter
them
what it
way.
is.
Shit, they're all good.
You probably take the chocolate one, then the birthday cake one,
The cookies and cream when they have it.
and then his last one he would probably choose is either gonna be vanilla
No
or
despair.
strawberry.
Strawberry. He would go for the
Yes.
strawberry. But normally it's like if they got one of the silly, like, I don't know what to call it. Like their little, you know how they always have one that's like extra. It's got like a face or something fun for the kids on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He would go for that one if they have it.
I can't honestly because I don't live where there's Starbucks. I'm sorry. So I'm trusting you on this. We don't have those. The closest one is like 100 miles away. So
They do
I'm trusting
decorated cake pops sometimes.
I like their pumpkin bread.
Oh yeah, pumpkin is the
Mhm.
best.
the cake pops change with each season.
Mhm.
Interesting. Oh, okay. See, I'm missing out on something.
Is she
Great.
wearing Ugg boots too?
No, I got a pair of snow boots. They're not Uggs.
No.
Those
They're
of us that live in snow can't wear UGG boots. They don't last.
No.
You have to wear actual winter boots.
Yeah, we have to wear those Sorel packs. We
Mm.
can't get away with Uggs on all the fun
Find them here.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone.
Guys.
Hold on. Let me
Very thankful that you've been willing to share this little bit of your boy with us. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that people were just super thankful for this. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone. I mean, I think it does help if people can actually hear about Sebastian and not all of the BS and drama that's been happening, but just my son.
The good memories.
Well, it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear about Sebastian, but these are conversations that really add no value in him going missing, right? Like, could you tell us more about what happened that evening, right? Because there's still a lot of unanswered questions, Katie, Chris, right? And Chris, you supposedly can't answer them because you wasn't there. And Seth, he obviously wasn't there, so he can't answer them either. And there is questions only you can answer, Katie. And we would like to hear some of those questions. And, come on up. Call on in. Something, but there is a lot of questions here. Absolutely. Trying to find your son, and you're just talking about literal bullshit. Things that, it's so frustrating, man. Thank you so much, Blue Eyes, my dear. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But could have somebody hiding him. They could have told the person bio dad was abusing him and trying to take him away. They might think they are keeping him safe. Look at the Oklahoma moms, for example. I'm getting ready to talk about the Oklahoma moms, by the way. And we're getting ready to talk about we're going to talk about Elijah Vu either later this evening or tomorrow, and along with the treadmill death, the little boy that died. Thank you so much for that, Blue Eyes. I appreciate you very, very much. My 32-year-old daughter can disappear from talking when he says she is going in these days and take. My 32-year-old daughter can disappear from talking when she says she is going to take to she's going to, and in these days and times I freak out. I hear nothing from Katie. Yeah. She does sound detached. While we are on food, what are spaghetti pancakes? We had these for breakfast, served with maple syrup. This is bizarre to me. No urgency. I have never heard of spaghetti pancakes. Let's look it up. Okay. Guess it is funnel cakes. Oh, okay. There we go. There is actual spaghetti. So spaghetti pancakes is actual funnel cakes like the fair? Huh. Well, then why do they call them that?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know knowing his favorite color and drink isn't going to help find him, but it's part of him. It's part of who he is.
Well, but Katie, it might though.
Yeah.
Think about this. Sometimes, I will, Rowena.
I like funnel cakes. They're so
Sometimes
fat.
the same routine things. So if he's out there, you don't know that he might not be drinking or eating something like that. It could be a grocery store person that sees him getting a dragon fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or Starbucks.
Yep, absolutely. And that's why that's part of the reason people are asking, and it helps humanize. Rowena was asking if he's allergic to anything, or if he has food environmental factors or medications, anything like that, if you're comfortable.
He has allergies, kick his butt, because he's allergic to grass. So whenever the grass
Allergic to grass.
pollinating, his allergies get really bad for him. As far as any like serious allergies like peanuts or anything like that, no, we haven't found any food allergies. Just being picky about some stuff, but no, he's outside of grass pollen.
Right.
It's amazing.
We really don't know any other allergies.
He's allergic to schoolwork, chores.
Yeah, homework and chores.
He's allergic to schoolwork and chores. That's really interesting to me. Because I want to know, was his room a mess before he went missing? Right. I feel like something went on because of that room. He's allergic to schoolwork. He's allergic to chores. Chris says, like you're allergic to marriages over 4 years.
There's a serious aversion there, but
He's a teenager. We have to give him that.
Wearing deodorant.
That again is a typical teenage boy.
Well,
Right.
that's something that we'd been really, really working on, because other people had been like, "Is he wearing deodorant, Mom?" And I was like, "I mean, I'm trying."
Other people had been like, is he wearing deodorant, Mom? And I'm like,
I have a
I'm
nephew like
trying.
that who has overactive sweat glands, I think. And yeah, and he can put deodorant on in the morning, and it's like we keep it when he's with us, we keep it with us because it's like, here, you need to reapply, you know.
What are they even talking about? I mean, I know what they're talking about, but
Full time. Yeah.
It's a recent development too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gone through a growth spurt, and it was like overnight I blinked and he had like a little mustache growth coming in,
yes. And was he starting to talk back?
and all of a sudden he was starting to smell and his voice is changing and his hair's getting darker, like it's turning darker, which is why like in some pictures it looks brown, but it's really kind of blonde.
Right.
But in his eyebrows, he went from like just these like real.
He actually has a dirty blonde or something. Justin, he said he's also allergic to wearing deodorant. She said that? Like, I didn't hear that.
Light eyebrows to it was like overnight he got big old dark eyebrows.
Oh, he got his hormones.
He's really coming into his hormones, and literally I think he
Yes.
grew an inch in a month.
Oh my goodness. Did his feet grow too?
2 shoe sizes.
Oh shit.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
why.
God.
That's why in the beginning there was all that talk about the shoes, and it was like, how does she know? Like, how do you know? Like, well, because he literally just outgrew them all.
So are you saying he didn't have any shoes, Katie? Because that would be a lie as well.
And we were in the process of replacing them. We started off with, an immediate.
So you're saying he didn't have
A
shoes?
new pair of shoes and, a new pair of boots. And, we didn't buy sandals yet because it hadn't turned warm yet. And so I told him, I said, when the weather gets warm, we'll buy them then, because who knows if you're going to grow more in another month. But, I mean, he
was
literally
15.
like, it
What'd
was
you
like he went to
expect?
his dad's. And then not even a week later, he's like, Mom, my shoes don't fit. And I was like, but those are new. And he's like, my toes are in the front. And I was like, oh, Lord, get in the car.
Like, you're growing so fast.
Oh, it's so
Yep.
crazy. So crazy. Like, I was not ready for puberty at all.
He
Yeah.
probably isn't either.
No, I don't think he is ready for it. He's so angry about getting hair on his face. And
He's so angry. Hold on.
Ash growth coming in, and all of a sudden he was starting to smell, and his voice is changing, and his hair's getting darker. Like it's turning darker, which is why like in some pictures it looks brown, but it's really kind of blonde. But in his eyebrows, he went from like just these like real light eyebrows to it was like overnight he got big old dark eyebrows.
Oh, he got his hormones.
He's really coming into his hormones, and changing and.
Right. I was stuck with a bad haircut for quite a while. Yes, I've been there. Long. How does he like to wear his hair, Katie?
He goes back and forth. And we, for the most part, but I mean, he literally like it was like he went to his dad's. And then not even a week later, he's like, Mom, my shoes don't fit. And I was like, but those are new. And he's like, my toes are in the front. And I was like, oh, Lord, get in the car.
I think they couldn't handle him changing, and I think
Like, you're growing
he
so
was growing
fast.
up. He was growing up.
It's so
Yep.
crazy. So crazy. Like, I was not ready for puberty at all.
He
Yeah.
probably isn't either.
No, I don't think he is ready for it. He's so angry about getting hair on his face. And I was like, well, bub, we can teach you how to shave it off. And he's like, no. And I was like, so you want to leave it on your face? And he's like, no. I was like, I don't know what to help. I don't know what to do to help.
I don't get it.
Like, unfortunately, you got two options: have hair or shave the hair. I don't know what else to do. I can't make it not happen.
Does he like to wear his hair short? Does he like it to be long? How does he like to wear his hair,
Do you
Katie?
get the
He goes
car
back
to
and
replace
forth.
them? But right before she says
And
she's
we, for the most part,
making
try to
him wait
accommodate
a
it.
while.
Like,
I'm confused.
sometimes when we go into a haircut, he's like, I want to keep it longer.
Yes, get in the car. We're going to get you new shoes, but you're going to have to wait a while. Thinks there was a lot of mixed
And then
messages
other
in that
times he's like,
house.
I want to shave it all.
Nice.
So normally when we go into a haircut, I pull up like pictures of haircuts and I let him I'm like, okay, what do you want to do this time? So honestly, it just depends on how he's feeling. He changes his mind on what he wants on his hair.
Well, us girls do the same too. So
Only difference is for a boy, they only to grow it out to another hairstyle is like 3 weeks instead of years.
right, I was stuck with a bad haircut for quite a while. Yes, I've been there.
But no, I mean he's growing and changing, and the voice thing throws me off because like some days he still sounds like my little bub, and other days I'm like, who's this grown dude in the house? Like, what?
It's crazy.
But we knew it was coming because his voice has been cracking for a little while here and there.
You knew it was coming.
But it had only recently started getting deeper more consistently.
Did you know, Katie?
What is your favorite story of Sebastian?
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, bless. My favorite story of him.
Mine's going to be when he comes home and then sees the world, and then the world freaks out and sees him, and then it's going to be, it'll be a continuous party. That'll be the best story.
It will be the best story ever.
I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Top that one.
I don't know that I can top him coming home, dear.
That's right.
It just amazes me how you hear Natalie Holloway, Natalie Holloway's mother, Beth Holloway. It's been like 20 years since Natalie was unalived. And I talked to Michael Vaughn, Brandy. I talked to Brandy, Michael Vaughn's mom, Brandy Neal rather, and a lot. And it is so different, right? Even the good days are not good days like you and I have, right? Even the good days aren't like a normal person's good days, right? The good days are they can, get up out of bed and do their task, what they need to do, right? go grocery shopping or do whatever they need to do. It's not, not telling us a damn thing. Not telling us a damn thing. Yeah, Natalie Holloway's case is very, very sad. And what with the bowling trip was Chris talking about? I don't know what you mean by that, Beth. Bowling trip. I mean, don't know what you mean by that. Yes. I always said, what parents let a girl go to another country to party and be surprised at this? Well, she went with her school classmates and stuff. You don't expect to, for your child to come back like that. They're with chaperones who promise to take care of them and all that. So, unfortunately, a parent never stops worrying. Absolutely not. Let's try this.
Man, Chris, I'm really disappointed. I just had, you were just made out to be this big, mean, awful man, and you haven't even yelled at any of us at all tonight. Could you yell at one of us, please?
Overwork.
Yeah. All right. See,
Over what?
The big bad wolf. Mm-hmm.
But here,
Well, that's because nobody's asked him a hard question, right?
we did positive reinforcement and positive reward system, so he earned his game time. And it was on the Switch, which had like the parental monitoring and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only game system that he had played on here in a long time.
There's several that are saying they admire your strength, Katie.
I don't feel very strong, but thank you.
I would disagree. I think you're extremely strong.
Well, I think Sebastian is really strong. I think Seth is really strong. I think people out searching for Sebastian and these children are really strong. But this is absolutely crazy. So was he a kid or not? He was 15. And you have Susan Smith. Because this panel was set up by Chris. Interesting.
To be putting up with everything online and
a game called Chase the Ace. We play a game called Blind Nines, Rummy. Uno is his favorite card game.
That's my favorite card game too.
He's got this one called, I think it's Spot On, where you both like flip a card and you've got to spot something real quick.
Nice.
But we've got, we have a whole closet full of board games and whatnot that we play. He plays chess.
Wow.
His mama does not.
Who does he play chess with?
He plays with Chris's stepdad. He plays with Chris sometimes. Last year he was in the chess club.
That was the other question I was going to ask that I had seen go by. They'd asked what school clubs or things he does with the school.
This year he hadn't joined in any clubs in school. In middle school he was in the chess club. And
In my opinion, they already knew what's going to be asked. Alavuno too. They just. I've never played the skip or the phase 10. I've never played those. He doesn't sound like he's been gone 3 months. No. I'm no longer a fan of Seth, but support him in finding his son. I mean, I understand. I mean, guys, it's not about being a fan or liking or anything like that. It's about who is doing the best or what they are supposed to be doing at the moment. Has Seth done some things to, get things off track a little bit? Yes, mainly because of who he's been having assist him, which has been doing the absolute worst thing possible, spreading information. But Seth is the one out there looking, right? He's the one out there looking for his child. Katie, we can't even get an answer from her over anything. Seth is bringing in whoever he thinks can help. They are hurting him at the moment. They absolutely are. I don't see how Seth can think that Tony is helpful in any way, shape, or form, because the only thing it's done is it has got more people looking at the case, but they're looking at the case like, oh my God, what is going on with this case? I support Seth fully because he's actually grieving for his son. Yeah, and War, like I said, and I try to give even Chris and Katie the grace at times. None of us are going to be what I call a peach whenever a child is missing. We're scared, we are frightened, all of that. But they have to understand, well, we're not the enemy, right? We're trying to help you put out your child's face. But with that, you ask Seth, why are you allowing this guy to take the bait and believe everything that is absolutely not true? Absolutely not true. You know what I mean? So, Casey, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so very much, my friend. Justin, thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much, Casey. It's very kind of you, my sweet teeth. Very, very kind of you. And it is an absolute cluster, to say the least. Can you tell the stress of having your child missing is taking its toll on Seth? It doesn't mean, at least publicly, that Katie and Chris are bothered by his absence. Can you tell the stress of having your child missing is taking a toll on Seth? It doesn't mean, at least publicly, that Katie and Chris are bothered. I don't know. Chris stays up. I mean, he can't be working while he's talking like that. 24 hours. He can't be at work. I don't care if he's got something, you know, in one side of his ear and something in the other side of his ear. He cannot be at work like that. Just my opinion, complete strangers have looked and cried more for Sebastian than the egg donor has. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. Look at Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn searches everywhere. And I don't know Charlie so much, but he searches a lot too, from what I understand. Katie searches just like Sebastian is hers. I don't know where she gets all the energy from, but God bless her. So, all right, guys, I'm at 2 hours and 16 minutes. I don't want to make it like too long. I will be back at 8 p.m. I will be back at 8 p.m., which is in 2 hours and 2 minutes. 8 p.m. Eastern time. We will be live at 8 p.m. PG, are you going live tonight? Let me know. 10 p.m. You going live at 10 p.m. PG? Hopefully, PG will be going live. But I will be back maybe at 7, but definitely at 8. I'll be back within the next hour or two. So awesome. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Dina Lynn. Thank you, Rage. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. When Terry is not searching, she is handing out flowers. Terry works her ass off. I love Terry. She is an awesome person. Thank you, Catherine. PG is Prayer Garden. Thank you, SL. So we'll be live at 7 or 8, maybe in an hour if I get my work done. If not, then I'll be live at 8 p.m. So love you guys. Thank you. Make sure you are subbed up to my other channel as well. It's called Hey Sweet Tea, HEY, Sweet, SWEET, TEA, Hey Sweet Tea. Make sure you're subscribed to that channel as well. That's my channel where I just go live when we're just talking and gabbing and you want to ask questions or I want to talk about whatever. All right, guys. Yep, that's it, Miranda. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I'll be live here in just a little bit. Bye-bye.